Get out of here. No. Good morning, guys. It's Sunday morning, the 25th of May, and it's 7 o'clock. And I'm coming to you today to make another video, to check in, to let you guys know where I'm at as we approach 6 weeks in total, clean and sober from all drugs and alcohol. And as I wake up this morning, I'm filled with a sense of excitement for the day, and you know, early on, I've just released a video on the channel. In fact, I made 3 videos across a weekend 3 weeks ago at the 3-week mark, and at that point I was writing lists every morning. I was quite focused on making videos, and I was focused on a goal, especially during the weekends, of staying busy. And I thought I had to stay busy. Now as I wake up, 6 weeks into this, I've sort of leveled out a bit. I don't need to write lists, although I still do. I don't need to make videos, although I still do, and I still enjoy it. But I'm enjoying the weekend for what it is. It is time to relax. It is time to recharge. It is time to do whatever the hell I want to do. And the only thing I need to focus on, I don't need to worry the night before about making sure I stay busy that next day. All I need to focus on is getting to bed at the end of the night sober. And then I can wake up in the morning without the anxiety, without the depression, without the hangover, and without all of the symptoms that come along with addiction. And it's a blessing. I'm excited. I'm excited for life. I don't know exactly, I don't have any specifics. I don't have any tangible reasons for that. I mean, I do, but at the end of the day, I'm excited. I'm excited for life. And I don't want to overstate that, and I don't want to understate that. I am excited. And it's a really, really cool feeling. So, 7 o'clock in the morning, Sunday morning, what do? We head to the gym. Well, actually, recently I've been up at 6, and I've been going for walks. Now, I don't go every day, but I have been enjoying it, and it gives me in fact, I don't want to... All it is, it's getting out the door. It's strapping on your shoes. It's honestly putting on my socks is the most annoying thing. Once my socks are on, the shoes are on, almost instantly, and I'm out the door. And the majority of the time, I actually don't want to stop. Like yesterday, I went out for a walk. I went out at 6:30. I had to stop at 8 because I had to get to the gym at 8:30, and it was a new gym. A gym that had their opening day locally, and I was invited, and I went down, and I had a train at 8:30, and I didn't want to be late, so my walk was cut short. But then after that, I actually came back here, and I had a meeting with a real estate agent just to get an appraisal on this property, which is something that I wanted to do. I haven't owned it for a year yet, but I know the market's moved, and I just wanted that knowledge in my head. Now, I haven't got the appraisal back yet, but it was a good conversation. We talked for about 20-30 minutes about the lay of the land here in Townsville, and it was really good. It was worthwhile. Following that, I went and got an eye test and looked at some glasses. I want to get a couple of new pairs of glasses. The ones that I've got are they're aging me. Prematurely. And so following that, what did we do? I was actually bored. I was quite bored, and it was about 2 to 3 in the afternoon, and I thought, okay, what are we going to do about this? And, this may seem crazy, and it did seem crazy at the time, because all I really wanted to do was just crash out in the bed. My calories are low, I'm tired overall, but I'm excited, like I said. And I used that excitement to actually go to my normal gym. So I did 3 hours of exercise yesterday, and I enjoyed every minute of it. I went for a walk, trained at that new gym, and then I went to my own gym, and I did an hour's worth of cardio, which consisted of 15 minutes on the Stairmaster, followed by 2.5 Ks on the rower, followed by 5 Ks on the assault bike, and then we finished it off with about 15 to 20 minutes of boxing. And that was an incredible workout. I burnt like 1,000 calories, and I came home, a couple of hours after I left, and I thought, fuck man, what an incredible way to spend 2 hours when all you wanted to do was crash out in the bed. Or, if I wasn't going to do that, I was just going to sit around here bored. And number one, I cured my boredom. Number two, I burnt 1,000 extra calories, which gets me closer to my goal of getting in the best shape of my life by the time I turn 35. And number three, I didn't even have a number three. It just sounded good. All right, so first things first, I'm going to have a coffee. Now, I say I'm drug and alcohol free, of course, but I have included caffeine. But apart from that, I haven't taken a painkiller. I haven't been sick. I have headaches every now and then, but not for a while, which is nice. I wouldn't say my cognitive ability has improved dramatically or by any huge level or huge amount, but I know why that is. It's because my carbohydrates on a daily basis are at 150 grams or under, and I intermittent fast throughout the entire morning. I don't have my first meal until 12 or 1 o'clock. And so, by that time, I am hungry and I am mentally fatigued, but I push through because I am so fucking excited to get in shape. And, I'm just super proud of the effort that I've put in thus far, because I'll be completely honest, in my 34 years of existence on this planet, I have never been as dedicated to my diet as I have been these last 6 weeks. And I don't know how that's happened, but what I will say is that getting through day one of this entire latest sobriety journey of mine, getting through day one, waking up on day two, having ticked the box no marijuana, ticked the box no alcohol, ticked the box first day at my new job complete, and ticked the box of sticking to a diet that I set out for myself, I already had immediately 4 massive things, 4 massive goals in my life that I had completed day one of. And that sense of pride has just carried me through. It really has. So there's a lot of people out there that would say, tackle one thing at once. Well, I'd had experience tackling all 3 of those, the drugs, the alcohol, and the diet, in the past, individually. And I'd always wanted to combine all 3. And that's what we've done. And that's what you can do. So either way, do I get depressed? Do I have my down moments? Yes. Do I have my up moments? Do I have my manic moments? Yeah. Yeah, I do. And I enjoy them. I ride them out for as long as they last. And they don't last long. And usually whilst I'm on that high, I'll listen to some music and I'll dance and I'll, walk. I mean, if you had a tracker on me, well, when I'm in a manic moment, when I'm high, for whatever reason, if you had a tracker on me, it would be ridiculous. I can't sit down. I'm like back and forth, listening to this, putting this podcast on, listening to music, walking outside, just looking at the garden. I'm playing with Cookie. I'm just up. I'm eating, I'm cooking, I'm eating. I don't sit down to eat when I'm like that. It's just go. And that can only last so long. But whilst I'm like that, I really enjoy it. And so, yeah, that's where I'm at the moment. What goes up must come down, and that does happen. I do have crashes mentally, but physically, not at the moment. I'm riding this wave of, Cookie, what are you doing? Cookie, what are you doing? So I've got to stop talking. She's being tormented by the birds. I've got to stop talking. I've got to crack on with the day, whatever that may entail. But I did want to just make this video. I've woken up in, feeling some kind of way, and I wanted to portray that. I think today is a good day to make another video, being that we are almost 6 weeks into this. I feel like that's a big milestone for me and for you. And that's about it for now. So, yesterday was great, packed in a lot. Tomorrow is going to be okay. It's all up to me. I have a choice as to what attitude I choose to take into my workplace. And that attitude has shifted in recent times. I am not constantly thinking about getting another job. I have applied for a couple of jobs, and to be honest, I didn't get them. So, there's a whole bunch of different reasons as to why, look, I've realized the grass isn't always greener on the other side. It is greener where you water it. And for now, moving into the short to medium term future, where I need a constant income, where I just want to commit to a job and just do my best, I'm going to water the grass where I'm at. And just continue doing what I'm doing. I had a meeting on Wednesday with my manager for a probation meeting, and I went into that feeling okay. If it was a couple of days earlier, I would have walked in there wanting to quit, but I'd been able to change that. I'd been able to turn it around somewhat during the first 3 days of the week, and I went in there and I said, I'm grateful to have the job. I hope I'm doing well. And basically they came back to me and said, look, we're grateful to have you too. We feel like you're part of the team. We feel like you're definitely creating rapport with your teachers and with your fellow administration staff, and you're part of the team. And we're happy to have you. And it was just that little piece of information that you would never really get unless you were in a formal setting having some kind of probation or meeting with your manager about your performance review, call it what you will. This was a good performance review, and my mindset was already changing at that point, but to hear that just completely solidified it for me. That be grateful for what you do have. Look at life. Look at the glass as being half full. Be happy for what you do have. This job has allowed you to come to Townsville. This job has assisted with you being 6 weeks sober from drugs and alcohol. And I promise I will stop talking about myself in the third person. All right, coffee time. Boom!